We are now live on YouTube. Good morning again to the ladies and gentlemen who are before me. This is your first appearance before the Magistrate Court of Clayton County. I need each of you all to listen up so that I can read to you a few pieces of information regarding your rights. If there is anyone who cannot hear me, please let me know now. Otherwise, I will presume you have heard and understand what's going on. Seeing no hands, I will continue. You are here for the court to inform you of the charges against you. We are not here to try your case or to take a plea. I'm going to advise you of certain rights, set bail on those offenses for which the court is authorized to set bail. I will schedule a preliminary hearing for some of you, and I will determine whether you require the assistance of an attorney. You have the right to remain silent and say nothing. But should you give up this right, anything you say during this proceeding and any future proceedings may be used against you if this case goes to trial. During this and all other proceedings, you have the following rights. You have the right to the presumption of innocence until the state proves your guilt beyond a reasonable doubt. You have the right to the indictment by a grand jury or by accusation for misdemeanors. You have the right to speedy and public trial by jury. You have the right to see, hear, and cross-examine witnesses who are called to testify against you. You have the right to compel the attendance of witnesses on your own behalf by the use of a subpoena. You have the right to testify and offer evidence of your own defense should you choose to do so, but should you choose not to do so, no presumption of your guilt may be raised. You have the right to have an attorney represent you. It is the policy of this court to appoint each of you an attorney to represent you. So I will be appointing each of you an attorney today. However, you always have the right to hire your own counsel or to represent yourself. Some of you will be allowed to post unrestricted bonds for your release from court, for your release from jail, pending the prosecution of this case. This bond may be cash, commercial, or property. If you post a cash bond, someone will deliver the full amount of the bond in cash together with any applicable fees to the sheriff's office, who will hold it until your final court date, at which time the cash bond will be returned to the person who posted it. If you use a commercial bonding company approved by the sheriff, someone will pay the company up to 15% of the total bond as their fee for their service. This fee will not be returned. Someone may also post bond using their property if they have net equity in the amount of 3 times the total of your bond. So for example, if your bond is $2,000, your property must have a net equity of at least $6,000 to qualify for a property bond. Everyone will have special conditions on their bond. Some of you will have conditions like staying away from certain people, not returning to certain places, but at minimum, each of you will have a condition that you shall not violate any laws while out on bond. And you will be required to acknowledge those conditions today during your first appearance. Should you violate those conditions by going around the victim, violating any new laws, contacting people while you're in jail that you're not supposed to contact, your bond will be revoked. You will be found in violation of the court's order, and you will not be entitled to further bond while awaiting trial. You may also find that you are facing new charges such as influencing or intimidating a witness, aggravated stalking, or anything like that. Those charges are very serious and carry fines up to $20,000 and jail time of up to 10 years. So please, please, please understand that the court takes those special conditions very seriously, and you should be very mindful not to violate any of them. Some of you are charged with offenses for which the court is not authorized to set bail. In this event, a bond hearing will be scheduled before a Superior Court judge, and you will be informed of that date. If you are currently on active probation, this court is not authorized to set a bond in your case. Your bond can be reconsidered after your probation officer has had an opportunity to review the file to determine if he or she wishes to file a warrant for violation of your probation, and that will usually occur during a preliminary hearing. The purpose of a preliminary hearing is to determine if there is enough evidence or probable cause to justify keeping you detained until your case goes to trial. If you are facing misdemeanors only, the court will allow you to waive your preliminary hearing. What that does is move your matter along quicker through the system, pushing up to the second floor, or excuse me, the third floor, which is state court, where they can review and potentially have you in court in 7 to 10 days for an arraignment. This is an option for those of you who have misdemeanors only. So when you come forward, I will ask you if you have misdemeanors, if you wish to waive your preliminary hearing, or if you wish for me to set you down for a preliminary hearing. The court does not have any preference either way. You have a right to the preliminary hearing if you desire one, but you also have an option to waive it if you want to move your matter along quicker, particularly if you are not going to be bonding out. If you bond out, your preliminary hearing will automatically be waived. I'll say that again. If you bond out, your preliminary hearing will automatically be waived. If you face felony charges, the court will not allow you to waive your preliminary hearing, but you will have an opportunity to speak with your attorney that I'm appointing you to determine whether or not you wish to waive your preliminary hearing. Give me one moment. The guest that was trying to reach me earlier is trying to get back in again. Maybe they're available.
Yes, ma'am.
Hey, Murphy, we are live on YouTube. I asked earlier who you were. Could you please let me know who you are? Hey, Murphy, please let me know who you are, or I will have to remove you from the feed and you can watch live on YouTube. If you are an attorney or someone affiliated with the court, please let me know now. Otherwise, I will remove you and you can watch the live stream on YouTube. We are streaming live. Having no response from Murphy, I'm going to put them back in the waiting room and we're going to continue. We're going to take the female inmates first and we're going to follow with the gentleman. The first we have is LaTanya Benton. Please come forward.
Okay, one moment, Judge Duvernay. Let me just set it up again, okay?
Thank you.
Back, Your Honor.
And we ready when you are.
Yes.
You're charged with theft by shoplifting as a felony. Do you understand your charges?
Yes.
Your bond is $10,000 and you must not violate any laws while out on bond. Are you able to make bond?
I don't know.
Your next court date is September 8th at 8 a.m. in room 201. I have appointed an attorney to represent you. Have a good day, ma'am.
Come on, step up.
LaToya Buckley.
Yes, ma'am, she's coming. Move back.
Thank you. Ms. Buckley, you are charged with driving under the influence. Do you understand your charge?
Yes, ma'am.
You said yes?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Your bond is $10,000. This is and you shall not violate any laws while out on bond. Are you able to make bond?
Yes.
This is a misdemeanor, which means you have the option of waiving your preliminary hearing. Do you wish to waive your preliminary hearing?
Yes.
Please sign your waiver. Your next court date will come in the mail. Do not go back to your pod until you sign your waiver. Otherwise, I can't sign the waiver, okay?
Okay.
All right.
Judge Duvernay,
Yes.
can you email me a waiver, please? That's the only thing I don't have, and then I can have them all signed.
Okay, let's stand by and do that now so that we can get those over to you and they can be doing that during, otherwise it'll slow us down.
Yes.
Give me one moment.
All right. Go back in.
Go ahead and mute on your end. We're still streaming.
Yes, ma'am.
We are back on the record. Deputy Knox, I have sent over that waiver. Thank you so much for facilitating that.
Thank
Are
you.
you Ms. Dawn?
Yes.
Ma'am, you are charged with simple battery, family violence. Do you understand your charge? You say yes?
Yes.
Your bond is $3,500. You are to stay away from Kenneth Doan. You shall not return to 6492 E Meyer Drive. Since it was indicated that that is your residence, you may return with the sheriff's escort for the limited purpose of retrieving your personal property. However, you may not go back to that property for any other purpose until this matter is resolved or until another judge considers and modifies that condition. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
You must not violate any laws while out on bond. Are you able to make bond?
Yes, ma'am.
This is a misdemeanor. Do you wish to waive your preliminary hearing?
Yes, ma'am.
Please sign your waiver and your next court date will come in the mail. So make sure you update your address because you can't go back to this address to get your mail. So make sure you update your address to where you can get your new court date, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
Have a good day.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Ms. Easton,
One moment.
Yes, ma'am.
Ms. Easton, you are charged with simple assault and terroristic threats. Do you understand your charges?
Yes, ma'am.
Your bond is $7,000. You must stay away from Tiana Stoney and you must not violate any laws while out on bond. Are you able to make bond?
Yes, ma'am.
These are misdemeanor offenses. Would you wish to waive your preliminary hearing? You gotta say it out loud, ma'am.
Ma'am,
You have to say yes or no out loud. I saw you nodding, but
Ma'am? Yes,
okay.
ma'am.
Please sign your waiver. Your next court date will come in the mail. Have a good day.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Are you Ms. Graham?
Hello.
Hi. You're charged with terroristic threats. Do you understand your charge?
Yes.
Your bond is $3,500. Yours to stay away from Alexandria of defects, and you must not violate any laws out on bond. Are you able to make bond?
Yes.
This is a misdemeanor. You have the opportunity to waive your preliminary hearing. Do you wish to waive it?
Yes.
Please sign your waiver. Your next court date will come in the mail. Have a good day.
Ms. Harper.
Thank you. Give me one moment. Ms. Harper, you are charged with a fray and 2 counts of participating in criminal gang activity. Do you understand your charges?
Ma'am.
Is that yes, ma'am, or no, ma'am?
Yes, ma'am.
Your bond is $21,000. You're to stay away from Unique Knee Greer, and you must not violate any laws out on bond. Are you able to make bond?
Yes, ma'am.
These are felony charges, or some of them are. You cannot waive your preliminary hearing. Your next court date will be September 8th at 8 a.m. in room 201. I am appointing an attorney to represent you, as I have appointed an attorney to everyone else thus far. Have a good day, ma'am. Are you Ms. Hunt?
Yes, ma'am.
You are charged with obstruction of an officer. Do you understand your charge?
Yes, ma'am.
Your bond is $1,500, and you must not violate any laws out on bond. Are you able to make bond?
Yes, ma'am.
This is a misdemeanor offense. You have the option of waiving your preliminary hearing. Do you wish to waive your preliminary hearing?
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you. Please sign your waiver. Your next court date will come in the mail. Have a good day, ma'am.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Are we ready for the mails?
Hold on 1 second, okay?
Okay.
All right.
Deputy Knox, when you adjust the camera, I can only see his.
Yeah,
Thank you.
King, I'm sorry.
No worries. Are you Mr. Gregory Allen?
Yes, ma'am.
You are charged with loitering, felony count of violation of the Georgia Controlled Substances Act, and use of possession of drug-related objects. You are currently on probation in Rockdale County.
No, I'm not.
You were sentenced to 5 years probation on February 4th. Are you no longer on probation?
No longer on probation.
When was that terminated?
Ooh, about 3-4 years ago.
Do you understand your charges?
Yes, ma'am.
Your bond is $12,500 and you must not violate any laws of out on bond. Are you able to make bond?
Yes, ma'am.
Your next court date will be September 8th at 8 a.m. in room 201. I have appointed an attorney to represent you as I have all of the other individuals on today's calendar. Have a good day.
Thank you, ma'am.
You're welcome. Darnell Gray.
Very.
Mr. Gray, you're charged with knowingly driving a motor vehicle on suspended or canceled registration, fleeing from police officers, and possession of marijuana less than an ounce. Do you understand your charge?
Yes.
Your bond is $5,000. Are you able to make bond?
Yes.
These are misdemeanor offenses. You have the opportunity to waive your preliminary hearing. Do you wish to waive it?
Yes.
Please sign your waiver. Your next court date will come in the mail. Have a good day.
He's waiting.
Get off the wall.
Yeah, no memo.
Mr. Jackson,
Johnson.
Quayshawn Jackson should be next.
Yeah, right, Sean.
Hold on 1 second, Judge. We'll put them in alphabetical order. 1 second, okay?
Yes, Jackson comes before Johnson.
You're right. You are definitely right. Go on.
Mr. Jackson, you're charged with simple battery. Do you understand your charge?
Yes, ma'am.
You say yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Your bond is $3,500. You're to stay away from Mary Benjamin Thayer, and you must not violate any laws of out on bond. Are you able to make bond?
Yes, ma'am.
This is a misdemeanor offense. You have the option of waiving your preliminary hearing. Do you wish to waive your preliminary hearing?
Yes, ma'am.
Your next court date will be September 7th at 8 a.m. in room 201. Have a good day.
Graham. Graham.
Dennis Johnson,
Yes, ma'am.
give me one moment.
Let me see.
Dennis Johnson, you are charged with simple battery and cruelty to children in the 3rd degree. Do you understand your charges?
Yes, ma'am.
Your bond is $7,000. You shall stay away from Morgan Green and Jakia Davis, and you must not violate any laws of out on bond. Are you able to make bond?
Yes, ma'am.
These are misdemeanor offenses. You have the option to waive your preliminary hearing. Do you wish to waive your preliminary hearing?
Yes.
Please sign your waiver. Your next court date will be mailed to you. Have a good day.
All right, thank you.
Thank you.
Eric, can I bring some more people?
Jones.
I need Donald Johnson. He didn't want to come up.
Yes, ma'am, that's correct.
That's correct.
Are we gonna do him last, or you think
Yeah,
he won't be compliant at all?
We can do him last if you want. We just have to reset it. We have to disconnect and go back on again.
Let's go ahead and do that to get it done,
Okay,
but we'll keep going. I'll put him to the side.
okay, yes, ma'am. You go
Thank
last.
you.
So this is Mr. Jones, Malik
Thank
Jones.
you. Malik Jones,
Yes, ma'am.
you are charged with improper passing of an emergency vehicle, possession of marijuana less than an ounce, and obstruction of an officer. Do you understand your charges?
Yes, ma'am.
Your bond is $3,500, and you shall not violate any laws out on bond. Are you able to make bond?
Yes, ma'am.
These are misdemeanor offenses. You have the option of waiving your preliminary hearing. Do you wish to waive your preliminary hearing?
Yes, ma'am.
Please sign your waiver. Your next court date will come in the mail. Have a good day, sir.
Walk around, come over here.
Blessings. Mr. Lovett is coming.
Mute it,
Thank
mute
you.
it, mute it, mute it.
1 second, Judge. 1 second.
No worries. The screen is muted. I see someone ahead of me. Do you still want me to stand by?
You good? We were just doing some court.
I understand handling some stuff. I just wanted to make sure y'all weren't waiting on me.
All right, Your Honor, we're ready.
Thank you. Mr. Lovett, you are charged with aggravated assault and possession of firearm by a convicted felon. Do you understand your charges?
Yes, ma'am.
You do not have a bond at this time. Should you get a bond, a condition of your bond will be to stay away from Centrell McGill, but you do not have a bond at this time. I have, however, appointed an attorney to represent you, and your next court date will be September 8th at 8 a.m. in room 201. Have a good day.
Go on, Jones. Go back down to one. Over to the right hand side.
Mr. Ogletree,
Yes, ma'am.
you are charged with DUI. The court finds that there is not enough probable cause for this charge, so I have denied this warrant. Your case is dismissed and you shall be released, okay?
Thank you.
Go to the.
You're welcome.
Stand right there. Stand right there. Sir, come on now. Keep this simple. Right up here.
Jason Reed,
Yes, Your Honor.
you were charged with DUI and driving on the wrong side of the road. Do you understand your charges?
Yes, Your Honor.
Your bond is $5,500 and you shall not violate any laws of on bond. Are you able to make bond?
No, ma'am.
These are misdemeanor offenses. Do you wish to waive your preliminary hearing?
Judge.
You have to ask the judge.
Yes, that's Judge.
Talk to the judge.
I'm not sure what you mean.
If you're not sure, and since you can't make bond, I'm gonna go ahead and set you down for a preliminary hearing on September 7th at 8 a.m. I have appointed an attorney to represent you. He or she will be coming to visit you. And when they come see you, they may determine that it's better for you to waive it to get your case moving along, okay? But your lawyer will better explain that to you. I'm not allowed to give you legal advice, okay, sir? But you do have an attorney to represent you, all right, Mr. Reed?
Thank you.
You're welcome. Have a good day. Is Garrett Robinson still in?
Ma'am, he's coming.
Thank you.
How you doing today, Your Honor?
I'm well, thank you for asking. Give me one moment.
Yes, ma'am.
Mr. Robinson, you're charged with driving on a suspended license and speeding 26 miles over. Do you understand your charges?
Yes, ma'am.
Your bond is $2,000 and you shall not violate any laws of auto bond. Are you able to make bond, sir?
Yes, ma'am.
These are misdemeanor offenses. You have the option of waiving your preliminary hearing. Do you wish to waive your preliminary hearing?
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you. Please sign your waiver. Your next court date will come in the mail. Have a good day, sir. Are you Mr. Pedro Williams?
Yes.
You're charged with battery and criminal trespass. Do you understand your charges?
Yes.
Your bond is $10,000. You shall stay away from Steven Cleaser and you must not violate any laws of auto bond. Are you able to make bond?
No.
These are misdemeanor offenses. You have the option of waiving your preliminary hearing. Do you wish to waive your preliminary hearing?
No.
Your next court date will be September 7th at 8 a.m. in room 201. Have a good day. You should be Mr. Wilson, correct?
Yes, ma'am.
Good morning. You are
Good morning.
charged with criminal trespass. Do you understand your charge?
Yes, ma'am.
Your bond is $3,500. You shall stay away from Tanisha Wilson. You must not violate any laws out on bond. Are you able to make bond?
Yes, ma'am.
This is a misdemeanor offense. You have the option of waiving your preliminary hearing. Do you wish to waive your preliminary hearing?
What is the preliminary hearing?
I've already gone over that, sir. You're the last person on the calendar, so if you still don't understand it, that's fine. I'm not upset. But I'm gonna go ahead and set you down for September 7th at 8 a.m. in room 201. Your attorney will come to visit you. He or she may advise you whether or not you need to waive it. But since you don't understand, sir, I'm gonna let you speak with your lawyer about that, okay?
All right.
You can always waive it at a later date once you speak with your lawyer. Have a good day, sir. So I know you have to disconnect and reconnect from Mr. Johnson, Deputy Knox. So I'm gonna stand by. I'm gonna keep the feed going. I'm gonna mute myself and you all can log off and log back on using the same link, okay?
Yes, ma'am. Thank
Thank
you.
you so much. Y'all have a good one.
I should. We'll be able to in a moment.
Thank you. Thank you.
Judge Duvernay.
Yes.
Okay, we got one little issue. The connectivity that we have for us to go into the infirmary is unavailable at this time. So I'm attempting to see if a supervisor by chance can escort Mr. Johnson, because Mr. Johnson was actually a little incoherent. But I was gonna try and get it down there for him. But we don't have the accessories to get to that location. So if you could just stand by one moment, we're trying to get him to the location that we are now.
Okay, I'm just trying to check to see how much time we have left on it. You know, the judicial.
Right. Because
order.
if not, we could try him tomorrow. It's up to you, of course.
I'm trying to see.
Yes, ma'am.
We do have time on it, so I'll go ahead and reset it to tomorrow.
Okay.
But please, if we can figure out whatever these issues are, let's try to get them resolved before tomorrow morning's calendar. I'll be on as well tomorrow. So if it's a connectivity issue, we can work on that. If it's a coherent issue, whatever the issues are, and I know y'all are doing the best y'all can, but let's try to get it together tomorrow so that we don't run into this issue tomorrow, okay?
Yes, ma'am. Thank you.
Thank y'all for everything, and I'll see